Hi for another Friday Unmasked. So today I wanted to talk about rejection. I wanted to talk about it because I have been experiencing what I would call a mild form of rejection in the past 2 weeks. And rejection is probably too harsh a word to describe what I've been experiencing, but I think it's an important part of my passage through this phase of life to understand that the longer I do this and the longer I follow this new path, the more I get more courage, which is my word of the year, and I express in what used to be familiar audiences the new way I'm doing things, from just living to my real estate business. And I find myself responding to silence in a better way than I used to, but still it has some bits of the old response, which is silence. I fill in the blanks. Oh, what are they thinking? I interpret the look on their face, and my immediate reaction after I'm finished is, oh, I bet they think I'm crazy or something. Anyway, the good news is that I have come far enough that when I receive a neutral response to something, I don't react. What happens in my mind is my business, and what I do with it after is the important thing. So in the situation, I don't react. I just take it in and move along. But I heard something, and it kind of gave me encouragement after having this experience a couple of times in the past couple of weeks. And I was listening to Amy Poehler's podcast where she was talking to Carol Burnett. And if you don't listen to her podcast called The Good Hang, do. It really is great. It did win Golden Globe for the best podcast, and I believe it is. Anyway, she's so much fun to listen to. Her guests are always fun, and their interaction is amazing. Anyway, Carol Burnett was incredible, 92 years old. So she is an icon as far as I'm concerned in the area that I'm working. But anyway, she said something about the early part of her career where she had gotten rejected for a part. She had auditioned for a part and she got rejected. And Amy just very quietly said, and it was completely glossed over, but it kind of hit me like it was said loud and clear: rejection is God's protection. I thought, it's a great phrase, if nothing else, because it does make you think that what you think is rejection is not actually maybe protecting you from going down a path that's not going to work for you. So that's one way. Then I was listening to Louise Hay this morning when I was walking, and she had an expression about failure, which was failure is redirection. So I think we could write a poem here, but the point is that I'm finding that this is another phase I'm going through, and probably everybody's going through it in some way. And it's really helpful to look at it this way. It's a new way to look at anything that doesn't go the way you hope it would go, that maybe it's for a good reason. Maybe there's something better on the other side. So I love that. I love that idea, and that's going to keep me going. Other than that, I submitted part 2 of my series, The New Centenarians, for publication in On Purpose Woman magazine. The first of the series came out in January, and they're 2-month issues, so January, February, and then the next one will be March, April, and that part 2 I just submitted today. And that's called Your Next Move. So part 2 is is not unlike the video I put out the other day about moving out or moving in. There seems to be a real merging of conversations going on. I also think the new centenarians could be an umbrella for something bigger in my life. I don't know that for a fact, but anyway, I just wanted to leave you with that. It's another Friday. It's been another incredible 2 weeks, and I appreciate you. Thanks.